seconds
They should
remaining.
pick their carry now here on PuckChamp because they see, or decide where this Kunkka's going, right? So they're going to pick their mid or carry, but I think Kunkka should go mid. And they should pick something like along the lines. Medusa looks great here if it's a band. It is not. That looks great versus like the Axe plus Leshrac if they want to grab something like that, more team fight. Some teams like the Lifestealer versus Axe. There's a lot of good options here. Spectre could be good.
Radiant team back.
They went for the mid, right? They really
you
want
say
this.
mid. Europe has been running this as a carry. No raise SF. Are you a fan of the no raise SF build in the carry?
Oh, that
role?
brings me back like 15 years, honestly.
Yeah.
Full circle here.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it though. Haven't seen it. I'm hyped if that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Secret who I think were running it when they played Alliance. They did safe lane
10
SF
seconds
against a
remaining.
like outscaled a
Oh.
Medusa.
But that's because Nisha's now playing carry, right? Maybe
5 seconds
yeah.
remaining.
they're easing him in back into the carry role by putting mid here.
It's a mid hero, but he still don't play. He still wasn't playing with Raze. He was going
Yeah,
stats
yeah.
over Razes. So it was like he was like a level 20 SF and had 0 points in Raze. I'm just like,
That's interesting. Stats went back.
Oh, he went stats?
Yeah, he went
Yeah.
stats.
Oh wow, okay. I did
Yeah,
not
yeah.
see that game. That's
was-
interesting.
The SF though, not only has Nisha played it, but people have been talking about this SF carry as a potential new build, same with the Kunkka, right? A new flexing idea. But I mean, here you can put either SF or Kunkka mid, and
Team
it's,
back.
Yeah.
the flex is always there. They have last pick as well.
they have a. I think the Snap plus SF gives them like a lot of kind of objective taking with the minus armor, Roche taking potential. You take some towers with this, which is something that Kunkka, whether it's mid or carry, doesn't really bring to the table. So I feel like they've got a
10
pretty
seconds
well-rounded
remaining.
draft thanks to those two picks.
5 seconds remaining.
We know if Gambit is a team that likes to play IO in the off lane or in the safe lane.
As in like a 4 of
Yeah, 4 or 5. I'm
Right.
just wondering if this Axe, if they have to worry about the Axe IO lane, which is a very strong lane, or if it's going to be Disruptor in that off lane.
question. I have seen Happy Durara play it last time. Well, I know he's a IO player,
Entire team back.
but
Some teams can do both. but-
exactly
Yeah.
right. That's what I'm thinking.
Or they'll swap their forward to the safe lane.
Yeah,
and things
exactly.
like that. Yeah.
And if it's IO Axe, is that a very worrisome lane? Is that something?
Depends
that
on
you
what they play against, but it is very strong. It's very
Yeah.
strong. 'Cause-
SF seems pretty
10
weak against an
seconds
IX.
remaining.
Yeah, I don't think that's good. I think they should put Kunkka there.
Okay.
5 seconds remaining.
Kunkka deals fine with the Axe enough, even though.
Yeah, it should be fine
Let's
because they're
engage.
gonna get battle hungered. He has to cleave, right? And if SF is not going nukes, he's just he's just gonna get battle hungered and zoned out of the lane. It would not be fun for him. He might have to get 1 point in nuke just so he can get that off if he does want to do the carry. Still not sold on until I see it a couple more times.
Are you sold on mid SF though? Because I feel like a lot of from the analyst panel perspective, we often see these mid SFs like mid laners love to play it, but often it's not winning games. It feels like.
10 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
the reason for that is it just takes so much space. But if you have a hero like
5
Kunkka, that
seconds
if he does actually play active, he
Dire
could make
team
that
pick.
space for him. Most of the problems with SF is the fact that, generally speaking, he dies once or twice after the laning stage, and he's just like a piggy bank, right? And
Yeah.
he needs a lot of farm before he comes online. But a lot of these SF players, they've played it a lot. They know their timings, but sometimes it
10
just doesn't work out in
seconds
competitive
remaining.
because the other team also knows those timings,
Yep.
and they're organized.
5
So
seconds
Wraith King is going to
remaining.
be the carry choice here.
very strong against the burst damage they have right on PuckChamp. The 2 lives should be able to go toe to toe with a Kunkka. Seems pretty solid to me for Gambit. Even
Yeah.
though the IO combo.
Offlane, is there a tide in the game? Oh, the
Underlord.
Okay.
That's a pick we don't see these days.
Yeah. I thought they'd go for Tide versus the Wraith King, but this works too. It's just a little more unconventional.
What's the strength of the Underlord here over, say, for the Tide, for example?
Just versus Strength Hero, and especially if there's an IO in that lane too. Like they'll probably be able to stay sustained, but the Underlord will get very farmed. I don't think he can get pressured very much in this lane. Yeah. So the Underlord is just his goal is to just kick the Wraith King out of the lane, make him go jungle, and then just get very farmed, defend towers, And honestly, the lineup right now from PuckChamp looks a little turtley for a little bit with the Underlord Kunkka. They don't have a lot of aggressive potential until they get their items. So they're probably just going to wait until they hit their timing, get a couple BKBs up, and think they'll be ready to play Dota.
Yeah, I look at this and I feel like this IO Axe lane is gonna like really be crucial. Like it's gonna set the tempo. If they can do well in that lane, this Melis Axe can take over the game. But if it doesn't go so well, then they don't have a way maybe to punish the turtliness of PuckChamp's draft.
When Melis plays the Axe, though, he does go ham. Like, his style is... Cap was noticing that he always likes playing these low cooldown heroes. He just runs at you constantly. And we'll see if Gambit can do that well enough and they can stop PuckChamp's tempo, or if PuckChamp wins his first game with a somewhat unorthodox draft. For that, though, we do have two casters to narrate this wonderful encounter, and that is Lyrical and Trent.
Thank you so much, Avo. And yes, Trent, we are here. We've got AS Monaco Gambit facing off against PuckChamp. Both teams with kind of, maybe not unorthodox build as much for AS Monaco Gambit, but not what we saw from them in their first series. How you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm great. I'm here prepared. I already shoveled snow, so the day's prepared.
It's so
ready
festive.
To go. Yeah, festive like someone else here. Yeah, look at this. Jeez. I bring Christmas lights, and you're like, all right.
I got to step it up.
Yeah, that's well done. I don't know. It's exciting that we have a meta where I see a Kunkka and a Shadow Fiend. I'm just like, so who's where?
Right.
Safe lane, mid, lots of safe lane. Shadow Fiend, I'm sure you've all been seeing it quite a bit. And frankly, it's actually looked pretty good. Wasn't sure how I felt about it at first, but when he's just swinging, pops a BKB, you try and go on him, he turns the fight. It makes it look pretty strong. So we'll see if PuckChamp can pull it out here.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see if they can make it work. I was going to say that one thing that kind of stood out to me is we have just an explosion of sound from all of the taunts and everything else. It definitely feels like for Gambit, a different type of draft than we saw from them in that first series. That Monkey King being taken away means that Alberca's playing on a much more passive hero in this Wraith King, and it feels like there's way more pressure on Melis to get not only a good lane like Gods was talking about, but also just like into some really solid movements later on. So we'll see if they're able to do it and how it works out.
Yeah, and of course, Melis will be facing versus that the safe lane Kunkka, as that's sort of the whole dynamic that we've had here lately between these Shadow Fiends and Kunkkas, is like who's going where, but Kunkka and Bane. So will be interesting to see like how much they want to go into in terms of just like controlling the Axe, because Axe tends to like maybe want to pull the wave a little bit, mess around the camps and stuff, and between Nightmare and Torn and even potentially X. Seems like a dangerous task. I was definitely of the opinion of like hoping that the IO would be there, because like Axe IO is a very formidable lane, and it looks like that's the setup we're getting.
Yeah, Immersion already there with them. Durara gonna stand up here for the moment, and maybe they try and get a little bit aggro at the start or something. It's just gonna be that normal thing there where we see where he'll make that slow movement back towards the bottom. So that'll be interesting to watch. Young G playing on the SF, facing off against Lorenov on this Leshrac. Another one of those just heavy, magical, bursty type of spam out the wave, go farm the small camp. And are there any blocked? It doesn't look like it. Both available.
Happy's just going to throw a sentry down and block the camp up in the triangle instead, actually, and then head to lane. So different way of slowing down the SF there. And so Shadow Fiend versus Leshrac. I like Leshrac lanes because I just need to see how many split earths they get on both the creep and the hero, get the range creep and the hero, and I feel like it's like, okay, yeah, this guy's good. That's the main value there. Great last inning so far.
Yeah, it's killing it. Be something to watch for in this lane if there's any potential rotations later on or what have you. There is a big potential to overextend and then get caught by maybe a glimpse or something later on. We'll see if it ends up happening at all. But regardless, top lane, Krillat, Collis facing off against the Immersion Melis duo. Tons of regen here with that headdress, and we'll definitely be keeping that pressure onto PuckChamp.
Yeah, he's going to lose a little bit of that pressure, though. Because of that deep ward they had, like close to the tower, they spotted the courier. So he killed the IO's courier already from Ducalis. So, IO obviously a very regen-based hero, so it's really nice when you get a snipe like that early on the hero. That's also just going to straight up delay the sentry that will be coming in to try and contest the blocks and everything, too.
Yeah, that's not what they want to have to deal with. Obviously, Melis also trying to go in towards that Ring of Health. Can see back towards mid so far. Still very even between these two. That might have been a miss uphill or something there. But so far, nobody really pulling that far ahead. As you'd imagine, just the ability to spam it out and actually taking lightning early in here for Lorenov. Gets hit by a couple raises.
And then bottom lane, we have Alberca on that Wraith King, as you pointed out. Not nearly as exciting as last time. Like, I thought what they did so well for Gambit in our previous series was they really utilized the supports and then comboed that with that like big control of the Wukong's command. I felt like Alberca was just like popping off the whole time. And Wraith King has just been, well, frankly, a disappointment of a hero. You know, I never feel like this hero's having a good time. I feel like everyone's just picking him because Armlet's sick right now. And he just looks sad. Like, he needs to be enabled so hard by his allies.
It's true. It's super frustrating. And also sometimes just like that tempo, you think about all these other cores that are going BKBs and stuff. Feels like you want a bunch of other items before you really get into that on him. But regardless...
But then he has that one swing, and
right.
It cuts a support in half, and you're just like, ah, yeah, okay, this guy's awesome.
Yeah, this is why we picked this. But we'll see. Melis getting some good damage there onto Ducalis, but with the 2 points in Brain Sap, not easy to take him down. And actually just keeping this pressure on. Does have the 1-2 build. So a Nightmare into Torrent. Saw this earlier. Fear was talking about it. Is it going to be enough, though, for a kill? Oh, Brain Sap back up, but just out of vision. Melis will not go down. Double salve there. Oh, no. That's just my
the value, dude.
That's good.
The Underlord pick was something pretty interesting, too, though. Like, the choices were a little bit weird at the end. Like, when you look at Tidehunter, and it's like, you know, they've got, like, Axe and Disruptor. I don't know if I want to mess with that. And then you go to the Darkseer, and you've got the Disruptor in the lane, too. So... just kind of went for a little bit unusual in terms of, like, he's not picked that often, but certainly a strong hero, and still is able to offer up that aura situation that you're kind of looking for. Doesn't really have that big, like, AoE team fight that maybe would have been really great with the Shadow Fiend and the Kunkka, but as long as you hit your pits, you can definitely get a similar effect considering how much control they already have.
Yeah, and just sort of one of those big tanky people that's not going to have too bad of a lane against these guys and should be able to, you know, get into some of those defensive items. A very different style of offlaner than we're going to be seeing from Melis here, most likely. As Ducalis slowed. Well, trading off the Nightmares. And Torrent afterwards. It's going to connect onto the Io, but Krellat just going to back out afterwards.
Major war of attrition in that top lane is mid Young G. He's doing the long walk back. Heading all the way home.
On the Astral, getting brought down low. Alberca with the skeletons. That's not going to be enough in the end. So a good chunk of damage done there. Still no first blood. So we're heading into the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Snapfire lane's not getting kills. I feel like, you know, you're playing Snap in this lane. You're probably a little irritated. You're just like, you know, I have Cookie. I really want to make some plays happen, but I've got an Underlord on my team. They have a Wraith King, so have to ensure that you don't get over-aggressive at the very least. So, although happy, though. Maybe he stepped up a bit too far.
Oh, getting brought down real low. A couple more punches will be enough. Astral being able to draw first blood there on the Snapfire. Great big win.
Snap players are okay again. You gotta get kills on lane with this hero.
It's true. It's interesting, though, because going back for the little Shredder build, something that we hadn't seen in a while. Kind of cool.
Yeah, everyone's been opting towards the Scatter Blast. Just, I mean, so much burst, right? But, you know, little Shred, it's honestly not that big of a difference. And if you can abuse some, like, lower armor heroes, has the Blightstone there, too. And obviously, you know, you're running some similar stuff on the lineup with the Shadow Fiend.
Oh, everybody comes mid. Lorenov gonna go over there for the Nightmare. Hits a Requiem. No trade-off. Oh, great play there by Disruptor. Happy making the move to keep his Lesh alive, but maybe he's stuck out a bit too far. With immersion in the area, it looks like he's going to be perfectly okay. That was close.
Yeah, really well done from Happy there to come in. You know, he's not there in time to trade that Nightmare, as he said, and he's just gone, right?
Yeah.
That's a free setup for Young G on the kill. They did, at the very least, secure a regen rune there for Young G, so after having a walk all the way home, he can now regen back up and avoid that situation again. And we'll head to the jungle with a pool of newfound mana. And up top, we got the Io returning. Emerge and putting the damage there.
Oh, that's a lot of creeps. In some trouble. Torrent going to be off the mark. As they run him down, this might end up being a kill here onto Krellat, although Ducalis trying to make something happen to save his life. Trades over the Nightmare, but not in time. Still, though, a ton of pressure onto this Kunkka.
Does have his armlet complete by the looks of it, though. And, of course, as a Kunkka, he's home. TPs, X is back, and now we'll have that there. So they could go for a potential turn here, although Ducal's very low on mana, so that's a bit of a tall order.
Yeah, I mean, it's a super hard kill with Vanguard done now, too. So frustrating, I'm sure, for Collat to have to deal with this. But now with the armlet, should be able to clean through the creep waves pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think Mel is just going to, like, run through this jungle now, though, right? Like,
yeah.
Because Kunga's going to be pretty visible, and with this Vanguard, he's very hard to take down. Plus, you always have the threat of Emergent just tethering in out of nowhere and turning it from a, like, I'm just farming into an aggressive turn onto your hero. We'll run into Ducalis. Does not plant a ward down, so that was really good. Or else Immersion would have lost that instantly.
Collat getting a little bit close here with Melis and going to drop the boat even. Teammates coming in, trying to get them into position to help. Don't have that much more left, although with the raises, that's probably going to be enough. They got him 1, got him 2, got him 3 with the raises. Couple more punches going to come out onto Immersion. And PuckChamp makes some solid rotations with Young G and find some kills.
Yeah, that wasn't really out of his way either, right? He was like kind of cleaning through the jungle anyway, waiting for respawns. Comes up, grabs the kill, well, at least the assist. And on the second one, gets the kill on melees. And now you can just go right back to hitting the neutrals. Meanwhile, down bottom, Malik is just waving at his opponents here. Has Tread's Soul Ring and 78 bonus damage at the moment. So not too worried about Happy contesting him. Which begs the question, where's Astral? Well, the answer is he's mid because he's a Snapfire and the Shadow Fiend's jungling. So wants to get that early XP, lead towards a 6. Potentially could even have 6 before the Tome comes out here, which will free that up for Ducalis as well.
That'd be really nice for him. Yeah, a ton of extra
double
moves.
smoke too. Those 2 supports. I mean, they could kill anyone, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's you know, just an easy pick off there if they manage to find it. And the other thing is, like, we see that big move by Shadow Fiend. Nothing really gets punished anywhere. Lorenov is still farming pretty well on this Lesh. Went for a 2-2-3 build now, and it looks like Melis is going to try and clear through these creep waves. They just need to get him online. Like, that Blink Dagger is going to be so important for all of the rest of Gambit's draft to come together.
Yeah, and this is how you set it up, right? You get the Ancient Stacks, you get the Vanguard, then it's super easy to take his Axe with very low risk, but Ducalis gets a ton of that XP at the very least, and in they come.
Oh, trading over Nightmare, maybe? No, not going to do it. Requiem, not going to be enough damage, at least yet, and with Renov coming in, the rest of PuckChamp maybe going in a bit too far here. Can they burst him down in time? Lorenov living, Immersion keeping him alive.
They have a glimpse too.
Oh,
do they want to risk
gotta
it?
be careful. It's
Happy, they don't want it.
Yeah.
Someone made the call. Don't do it, please. I don't want to see that Kunkka again. Kunkka comes back. You know, he Tidebringers off a creep wave. Everyone dies. Just be happy you managed to save your Leshrac.
It's true. Yeah, it's super interesting the way that this game is working out right now, because it feels like Gambit, you know, there's this like hold, right? That you very easily could have gone for that glimpse and tried to play around a fight that was looking okay, but they're like, no, we're just going to wait for this timing. And PuckChamp in the meantime trying to get whatever they can done, and well, this is a lot done right here. If they can bring down Alberca, does have mana for ulti, so he's coming back in a second, but already queuing up the kisses. He is rooted right at the start. With Io coming in, that'll be enough to keep the Wraith King alive.
My sad face there was for his farm. He's looking a little bit rough here.
Yeah.
Pretty far behind. Both him and the Leshrac, but especially like as a Wraith King that's like sitting in safe lane, he's been pressured really hard. Like, think about how early Astro left as well.
Yeah.
And he is just not finding it. Part of that's because like Disruptor's been moving a little bit, plus it's Disruptor. Like, if you you know, if you're not ahead in the lane, it can feel pretty bad. So Malik's just been having his way down here, and really good.
This is what you want to see, and we're still, what, about 600 gold away from Blink Dagger on that Axe. They're making these moves with, like, Immersion Lorenov, but no Yule Scepter, nothing really else to get done on the map for Gambit at the moment. No way to start the fight. $3,000 gold lead for PuckChamp. And for them, I mean, the timing seems pretty clear. You know, you get into BKBs pretty soon and you start running down towers.
Yeah, Kunkka buys BKB. We take 1 tower. We take Roche. We take more towers. Although you can say that fairly similarly about Gambit as well, I would say, right? They just want to get that Blink Dagger, as you pointed out, and then they want to start grabbing towers, right? They have a Leshrac. They need to open up some of this map for this Wraith King, let those skeletons flow, and really fill the coffers. of Alberca.
Well, see if they can get it done, at least for now. Rotating everybody up top. It's going to be a tier 1 tower taken. Blink Dagger done for Melis. And it's coming out right now in the Courier. So this move is so important for them. This entire game has kind of been leading up to this moment. And PuckChamp, at the meantime, are kind of grouped together in mid lane. This could be a fight for Ruin.
Man, they just need such big plays right now from Gambit. Like, their damage is so low. They need to hit that static storm, right? They need to get like a 2 or 3 hero call. Because I think if they don't get that good intro to an engagement, if the rum gets off, how are they going to kill these heroes right now?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
If Lornoff wants to do damage, he's just going to die. He has a cloak. Okay, sorry. He has a hood. It's been upgraded.
And there's so much, like, yeah,
that
there's a lot of
doesn't
magic
feel that
damage.
much better, I'll be real.
There's also a ton of physical damage here. So, yeah, this is a smoke up. If they can find a pick off, that's probably a better route to go than just going for a full-on engagement at this point.
When you smoke and the closest hero is this far away, it feels really bad.
Yeah.
Smoke's halfway over.
He has Dark Rift, too. If they go on Malik.
Radiant's bottom
And it could be a nice catch for them. Spot him.
I think
going
Astral
and
knows.
yeah, he's out. Malik is immediately gone.
And Happy's not there.
Yeah. Back home, pressuring out the waves. Nothing gained. PuckChamp continue to build up this lead. 5,000 gold lead for them now.
That
entire
move,
time they're farming.
yeah, that was like a 1,500k gold lead. Like, just gained for PuckChamp right there. With how much they were all farming and how no one was farming on Gambit.
Man, impressive stuff so far from PuckChamp. It feels like they are definitely reading the situation well. Well, Gambit, is there another move really to make besides just smoking up again? It looks like they want to, obviously not give up Roche for free. That would be just an unmitigated disaster. So they're staying around this side of the map for the moment.
Invisibility.
I feel like they could just pressure bottom right now if they really want to as PuckChamp. Like, there's no real threat. I guess maybe they're concerned about some sort of a relocate play with an Axe Blink, so they want to move as a full unit, and they don't want to give up that much control from their top jungle. It's also a little bit early to be like forcing bottom too, so I guess we're just gonna farm. I mean, they have such a lead that it feels like they could go for that like next tier of objective, but at the same time, why not just try and get up to those BKBs first instead?
They find Happy. A lot of heroes nearby, but nobody to help him. Happy going to, well, he's in some trouble. Meanwhile, over in the jungle, there's another fight going on. Malik dropping down low, but Astral trying to finish off Immersion. They will kill one. X afterwards onto Lorenov, trying to buy a little bit of space for Astral, and it looks like they'll do just that. So a 2-for-1 exchange across the map there.
Good punish though, while the Dark Rift's on cooldown, right? You actually have an opportunity to get that kill.
Yeah.
Especially when Happy is dead up top. Trying to get a little bit of vision in there for them. So, again, though, the BKBs, that is the timer for Gambit, where they just need to be like, all right, this game is so much harder now when BKBs come out. So it does feel like they need to try another aggressive move, try and drop some of these bigger ultimates, try and make some plays. And what will Alberca do this game? We have seen, what have we seen lately for our Wraith games? Some Desos, a lot of Radiance in my experience.
Yeah.
Not sure I like the Radiance so much this game.
It
Feels like he needs a blink.
Something to help the fight continue on, because right now it can only start kind of with Axe and kind of Lorenov on this Lesh, but not really even. We'll see. And PuckChamp, the turtle lane, the sit back, the wait, it's all working for them as they are going to get a quick little D ward there by Ducalis. Everything going their way. Lorenov found. Oh, Krilat's there. They're bringing in Astral afterwards. Well, the rest of the team's coming in now. Immersion might need to relocate his buddy out of here. Oh, or not. Okay, chase down. Couple more punches. Immersion trying to get out and will be able to.
Middle tower is under attack.
That is
Weird
terrifying.
fight.
Hasted Shadow Fiend just running you down.
Yeah.
Space. PuckChamp all rotating, that's something there. No one died. Kind of good. Alberca moving towards that. Is going for the Deso. I like the idea of just trying to eliminate one of these heroes. That might give them a chance. Get the big burst. And I believe they just drew an arrow straight north there as well. Thinking about a move into that dire jungle.
Yo, can I just
Yeah,
say,
that's the play.
Happy Durara, not very happy right now. This is a pretty rough one for my guy. Look at his net worth. It's like sub 100 GPM.
He has been just sitting behind people this whole time. Just walking, sitting. I don't even know if he's been stacking, because I feel like he'd have more gold if he at least had gotten off a couple stacks in his rotations.
He's
mostly
got
'cause
dreams of a boot.
one day. God, 295. That is slow.
Yeah, that is painful.
And then you're like, well, at least Immersion must have like Locket Mech or something, right? And you're like, oh, no.
Yeah, nothing.
Dire's middle tower is under
And
attack.
supports are definitely some of the ones that have been feeling the brunt of this net worth differential. But a big move down bottom. They do not have Young G with them.
This is the kind of turn they need, though. They need them to go on Lornov and Melee's the counter. Oh, no. It can't be Melee's first.
Oh, Melis just blinked too, and they also break in the blink. Lorenov dropping down low. The Yule Scepter, the IO. Oh, no. Immersion. Not going to be able to do all that much. Balak now trying to back out a bit. They traded 1 for 1, but we find Alberca afterwards. Torrent comes out, raise 1, raise 2. Melis able to get the taunt. But still, they brought down that Wraith King. A great pit. BKB out. Requiem afterwards. Do they drop him down? Is it enough for the kill? Alberca in some trouble off to the side and eventually going to get brought down. PuckChamp just all over this one. And Happy Durara needs to get out. This guy punches pretty hard, my man. And yeah, the root, the right clicks. Poor old Disruptor. Damn.
Yeah, we were talking during the draft about, like, whenever I say Axe, I always think of Yules. And it's very good versus IO, too. So I'm always looking for an offlaner that can get it. And I was thinking they might go, like, for a Pango or something with, like, the rest of their lineup. But the Yules purchased after the hood on the Underlord. Another hero that really likes getting Yules. Can combo up with it. Just absolutely perfect this game. Much better than going for, like, a Greaves or something, especially with how far ahead they are. I made that fight so simple for them, as you pointed out, with that the Yules to prevent the save there onto the Leshrac.
Very nice. And right now, Malik is feeling himself. He's like, all right, listen, guys. I'm the real carry now. I'm going Sanjin Yasha next. We'll see if he actually ends up buying it. But that would be awesome. I always love the right-click Underlord builds.
That's one way to hit towers, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, too. He went for the extra armor instead of the Firestorm Radius. I feel like that's one that we'd be seeing much more often recently.
Wait, does that mean I'm not going to get this super sweet Shard rushed?
No, probably not, sadly. Gambit, in the meantime, despite how it feels like they haven't been able to do anything this game at all, this
What could possibly be the second half of this sentence that makes this okay?
The net worth lead hasn't grown that much. Is that fair?
I guess.
Like, you know, it's staying
Despite
about
the fact that
5K.
this is a PvE mode right now. The game's still going.
There's hopes in the future for poor old Gambit. PuckChamp, though, they want to keep going aggressive now with these VKBs. Oh, a chance. They caught one. Disruptor again, bearing the brunt of these ganks. Melis, blink on cooldown. Oh no, they got him. They got the Yules afterwards. He's gonna get stuck again when he lands. Alberca hoping to do something. Nightmare, another route afterwards. Yes, indeedy doody. They got him dead. Holy moly. PuckChamp just doing whatever they want.
Jakalis is just chilling there. Just like, yeah, okay. I'm not even going to grip this. This kill's free.
They're just Roshan. Like, there's nothing. I mean, can Gambit do anything here? I don't think so.
They really can't. If any of them walk in this pit, they'll die, and if it's Alberca, he'll die twice.
Well,
so at this point, again, you need to go back to this idea of just Melee's not being the first person caught. It's their only hope, right? That's what Axe can capitalize on. That's Axe's comeback mechanic, be it like just when it's a slight lead for the opponent in the mid game or like a high ground situation where things are looking rough. It comes down to the big call. And, you know, teams these days, they're kind of good at Dota. They don't just, like, stand in a group anymore. Really hurt Earthshaker and Axe when people figured out that you just shouldn't all stick together all the time. So you need that initial jump from your opponents onto someone like this nice, delectable, juicy, bait-worthy Leshrac, you know? But Melee, he's got to be hiding for that to work out.
That's true.
He's too out front. He's too easily seen, you know?
And because he's the one that is basically the only person that can start the fight for them. Yeah, it's tough. And you saw there some tips for the former teammate. Love to see that. Of course, the background that Melis was previously on PuckChamp as well. So it's always good to see a little bit of, you know, sure, it's all in good fun. Happy tips. That's what we'll say.
Should write him some actual tips, some notes, you know? That would be far more BM than tipping someone in a game.
Oh
you
my
just,
God.
like, publicly tweeted them after, be like, hey, man, I noticed that your axe, like, you know, maybe...
No, see, I thought you meant like in the game you type him tips like, dude, go blade mail earlier or something, you know, like that. Oh, catches one. Disruptor ulti drop down as well. They're like, we are gonna kill you, Ducalis.
You know,
Live
I think
no more.
You just invented the next TIBM. That'll be
Oh.
it. It'll be just like, oh, that's not the build, dude. That's. I'm pretty sure BKB's your item.
Yeah.
You just type that in your match.
And then you type sorry, sorry mistype or something like that afterwards. Yeah, that's the way to do it. TP's back. Young G though, keeping the pressure on. Ooh, okay. Don't know if this is gonna work, but maybe a chance. Young G brought down somewhat low. BKB's actually before the Aegis, and
I love
well, that is a heck of a lot of damage out. Melis goes down. Alberca trying to do what he can against Malik, but a slow, steady burn down. And then the X, the pullback into the Firestorm burns through the ulti.
They're not even there. He's losing his ulti. They're running away.
And it was level 2 too, so relatively long cooldown still on that one. Oh, and they're gonna go again. God, the X combo just to like TP back and then have him for round 2 of this is so nice.
Is it too greedy to fight this without BKB, though? I think that seems a little bit silly.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Although a Fiend's Grip is a pretty
they're
good
so
way to
split,
start
though.
it. Trying to kill him in time, and they're going to get him. Lorenov
You know
goes
what?
down.
They were fools like me. They thought they won't fight. SF
Yeah.
has no BKB. They won't be here. We can farm this one camp, right, guys?
Damn.
They were wrong.
Well, that is...
Immersion,
dude.
Why?
Yeah. It was the
Why?
relocate back. It was the relocate back. It was caught.
Leave him alone.
We, by the way, did get to see Malik going for the Sanjin-Yashi. He completed it on the Underlord, which is just great.
Just game deciding.
Yeah.
You know, this will go down in history as why they won this game.
Now, it is 3-14, the beginning of Pi, and the end of this game potentially, unless they can pull out some type of miracle play here. BKB is
3.141592. That's as far as I know.
653589793238462643338479502884197939937. That's as far as I can go. Sorry,
Oh,
I
that's
don't mean
about
to,
the
I don't mean
same.
to, you know. No, yeah.
Wow,
about
you
the same.
just fucking set me up there, dude. That was like the ultimate bait. That's why can you bait like that in our Dota games? What the hell?
I don't know. It
You
happens.
just tossed up this softball, and I thought I was hitting it out of the park, but instead
Yeah.
you just. Oh shit!
It's okay. Hold it. Hold that.
I'm holding that L. It's jeez. Oof.
All right. One last gasp here potentially for
Nah,
Gambit.
you can do this. I'm done.
4-person smoke.
I've been betrayed.
It's true. Get owned. Ugh. God. I feel like this... It seems like PuckChamp are aware that this is happening, almost. Although, yeah, Krillat just comes in, catches the wave, X is back, creeps are hitting the tower.
Do they think this is happening, though? That's a long tunnel.
Ooh. All right, they scan. They know where they're at. Oh, God, but Malik is the one that's, like, in front up here, too. Oh, it's really hard to make this work. Oh, Aegis
All right, there it is.
expires right the right time, but then Yules immediately comes out, and then the cookie connects. They're going to kill the SF. Do they have anything else afterwards? All right, Malik running in with that Sanjin Yasha trying to get the right clicks off. Lorenov down low. Kralat finds the finish. And Alberca getting absolutely wrecked right now. That's going to be his first life. They did at least get the SF, but is there anything else afterwards? Malik brought down low. They get another kill. Burka actually starting to throw out some pretty good right-click damage here, and in a second, they're going to have Melis with the blink up. There they go. Disruptor, or rather, excuse me. Disruptor breaks the Fiend's grip, and they're able to get an okay fight. 3 for 2.
Dude, Ducalis just controlled up Melee's that entire fight. You can see the love. The former teammate of just like annoying. He just never would grip him. He would just constantly nightmare him. He was throwing some enfeebles on him because you know that with the Disruptor, like Disruptor, a pretty good counter to Bane in that regard, just because Glimpse has this massive range that it's really good versus Bane because you can just cancel Fiend's grip in like every single team fight if you have it up. And he's just holding it. He's not gonna let it happen. And when he does, he was dead anyway.
It's true. God, there's so much damage out there.
All right, well, credit to Gambit though, right? That was pretty sick. Yeah, actually, like getting in behind, going for the jump on the timing of the Aegis expiring. It's just a little bit too far behind for those moves to really work out that well.
Right. And well, if you get a couple of more plays like that, then maybe you can start to, start making those fights look cleaner, and taking the fights outside of the base too, so important. So you're not just like losing buildings the whole time. There's still only 1 racks down, but this net worth lead is just really hard to contend with.
Particularly with their heroes. Like, it's one of those games where someone will watch this and be like, why would anyone ever pick Leshrac? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this hero can look so pathetic in these situations just because he never really got off the ground, and it didn't ever feel like he had that protection, that ability to really get involved in the game. And now you're just running around clearing waves with a halberd trying to survive. You know, you don't get Bloodstone, you don't get a Shivas or a BKB. And it's a tough comeback game here.
Absolutely. In the meantime, I think PuckChamp showing a lot of respect to the, potential for blow up that can happen. Because at the end of the day, like, this is still a lineup. Like, yeah, SF's the real carry, but they've got a position 1 Kunkka, which as nice as it's looked, I feel like if you're matching that up 1-to-1 against the Wraith King in the late game, Alberca is going to be able to take him down. But it's just a question of like all those other heroes that are there, and the fact that he's still 5,000 gold ahead of him.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get really late. We're gonna be here a while.
Fair.
That is one giant Kunkka, 3,400 HP. He's 1,000 more HP than Wraith King. And he hasn't even completed his Reaver item here, which is on the Courier, so Satanic done.
Jeez. Alberca needs to finish off this AC. They already have that one on Kryllat. And, of course, SF, the Presence of the Dark Lord, has the Aura Effects buildings. Round 2 of this. It worked before. Will it work again? A couple of pings. Alberca there.
Well, they got their scan. It did connect, so they know there's someone up there. They have no vision. They're flying blind right now.
They drop down a ward. C1. They know that Malik's right there. Melis looking for the jump, wanting to find the other heroes. And are they going to be able to do it? Great vision right now. And off to the side, Melis. Immersion's caught. He's going to get hit by that boat. The kisses come afterwards, and this has not worked out for Gambit. Immersion has to back out. We'll be able to. So Gambit wanting to play around their vision, and PuckChamp saying, we're going to do the same.
That was nice. Melis hit the 4-staff save there.
Yeah.
That's why Immersion's living right now.
Ooh. So they had a choice to go up to high ground, but instead, PuckChamp wanting to take the fight into them. Melis walks forward. Oh, misses the call. Not going to happen. The blink away. Oh,
tip
no.
Tip him again, Ducalis. Tip him again.
That was so good. And now Aya's going to go down. Oh, man. Impressive stuff. As they'll find another. Lorenov is going to die here also. Double kill. 3 gone. Impressive, impressive play from PuckChamp. This whole game through. Looked solid.
Yeah, there have not been opportunities for Monaco Gambit. I mean, when were they last? Were they ever leading? Not really.
No.
Ever so slightly at the beginning, but this has been all PuckChamp all day.
Nicely played as they're going to head in, take down the second set of racks. And what do we got? 25 seconds until Lesh is back up again. But 22,000 net worth. And this game is looking just about over. PuckChamp continuing the streak, looking solid.
Gonna hold on here, I guess, for Monaco Gambit. You know, we got a best of 3 here. Perhaps they want to sort of feel things out, get warmed up. You know, it's morning Dota for them. What is it, like 4 o'clock ish, 5? You know, somewhere in the afternoon. So they're just waking up as Dota players do, crawling out of their hibernation.
True.
For staying up for all hours of the evening.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Got to keep getting the you know, the peak hours of when people are playing it.
Don't move. All right, he nightmares.
I got Alberca here. Pulled back in. Oh my god, the
God.
GG. Yeah, you can that is a Hyperstone first on the AC. That's what that is. Although Melis catches one, able to go there for the taunt, looking for anything extra, just getting absolutely wrecked though. All the minus armor. Right clicks come through, godlike on Krlat, and GG is finally called as PuckChamp. They came to play today.
They came to dominate, frankly. I mean, that game just wasn't really much of a game, was it? That was pretty much just PuckChamp going through with their game plan and no real defense or counter options being shown here by AS Monaco Gambit.
Yeah, that was like kind of crazy. I feel like the damage numbers on this are just going to be so low. And yeah, like you've got basically Kunkka here, which is, you know, double the next on AS Monaco Gambit, which is Lorenov. Like they never were even able to put themselves in a position to fight. I don't know.
That has to do with their lineup for sure, right? This is a lineup that was hoping to do well at the start of the game, and if you don't do well, it's going to look like this. And so the game ends, and you're like, wow, these guys are terrible. They're not like a good match at all. But it's a lot about momentum when it comes to Dota and what your lineup needs and what it's hoping to achieve. And sometimes the game can look really ugly when things don't go according to plan. And maybe next game we'll have AS Monaco Gambit coming out with a massive lead and taking us to a game 3. You never quite know.
True. We'll see what ends up happening. I definitely agree with you that we've seen better from this from AS Monaco Gambit in the past. Yeah. Just chalk that one up to a draft loss and then come back stronger in game number 2. Maybe change the heroes around a little bit. Anything else that you really saw there that stuck out to you, or is that pretty much?
To me, at least, the big win for PuckChamp is that this was the IO game. This was the Bando first. Then they took the IO first overall. Like, this is the gift, right? You're saying, okay, show me why people are banning this IO. You want it first, and then you just crush it. Not a good sign for AS Monaco Gambit, and very good draft-wise heading to the next one for PuckChamp.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us. Let's head to a quick break. When we get back, the panel's going to break it all down. See you then.